I'm a little bit late on doing two of these videos, just because I got caught up in a little issue. Nothing bigger or anything, but I had to take care of. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. I got the cover on the bed because Kroger Black was asleep. I kind of woke him up, but I went ahead and left him a little cover to sleep on still. And basically, this is number 700 out of 10,000. I've got, like I said, most of these Tales of series. As you can tell right there, I had to have this one as well. Tales of Berseria. Basically, I got this off eBay. I got one who really doesn't sell. He's mostly a buyer. But I guess he had to get some kind of money. But it was at a good price. A lot cheaper than everybody else. I was fortunate enough to get it at a GameStop price. And of course, if you saw my Namco video about the rant, this was one of the big reasons, because I really didn't appreciate how this came out. 10,000 is a low number compared to what I usually put out as a limited edition or a limited collector's edition. But like I said, there's some of them GameStop, Best Buy and all that, they got these shipments late. So Amazon had an issue in which people didn't know if they oversold or what the case were. People were actually got their copies late. And basically what happened afterwards is Amazon waited till their 20% discount, gamer discount, new games, went off. And then they put their copies up. And that really turned me off, because they did that 2 days ago from today. And today is the 10th of February. So 2 days ago, they finally put their copies up, for people to buy. And there's no discount, So I already bought this. I've had this a few days after the release date, I went ahead and got eBay. So there was no point in me maybe rebuying and see if I could get a little bit more money off it, because now there's enough copies for people to buy, because Best Buy put theirs up. GameStop had like about 3 times they put up again. And now Amazon still got copies of theirs. So there's enough copies, which the price has come down from eBay. It's now like around 200 and 230 compared to 300, 350 like people were posting. But this was a pain in the butt. And unfortunately, a person who really don't sell much games or whatever, he put this inside a box kind of crappy. So if you can tell, there's a little crease right there. And he pushed down on it, so it just got crushed a little bit. As a collector, it hurts because it's not gem mint. But at the same time, even other places, you do get copies a little bit crushed and all that, and so as long as the whole item wasn't crushed or whatever. But I really didn't like how his service was, so when I went ahead and replied to him, so I haven't left no rating for him. At the same time, I wasn't going to leave a bad rating, because at the same time he hasn't replied, or excuse me, gave me a rating back. I got 100%. I ain't trying to have no little salty ass dude, trying to give me a negative because I gave him a negative. All I went ahead and told him was, man, do better. But like I said, 700 out of 10,000 ain't bad of a number. Was a pain in the butt to get. I said Namco really, I don't know what their issue was, but it was a Namco fault giving these out late when they had enough time to do something, But let's see what everything had. They had this time a box within a box, where they keep all the goods at. There was something new. And some nice little graphics on there. And I've been playing the PS3 version so I can build up to the story. I've heard like you want to play this little bad boy before you get to this one, because there's some story plot that explains certain aspects, so I went even further back because, like I said, I've got these games backlog, and I haven't played most of them. So I platted what's with Tales of Berseria. I've platted that one. I'm now on Dawn of Age. And yes, these games here take time because you gotta collect all the titles. So you gotta beat the game multiple times to get everything for certain people, you know. So it took me 3 weeks and like some hours just to plat the first Tales of. Like always with these collector's editions, they also have some little toys there. I opened up one of them before to show it off, you know, but it's the same deal, you know, them little heads that connect to the body with the little items. You know, I'm not gonna reassemble it or anything. I'm gonna keep them in a case, but that's what they look like. Not bad of a little add-on, you know. This makes it worth a collector's edition compared to others who just put a little cheap-ass art book and maybe a soundtrack or another little item that ain't really worth the price, you know. Square Enix is a big example. They overpriced their collector's editions. Exclusives with GameStop, they overpriced their collector's editions. They got 3 of them: Resident Evil 7, their new Ghost Recon Wild, and For Honor. They have collector's editions only exclusive with them. That's overpriced like hell. Ain't even worth the price. So yeah, I'm staying away from, unless, you know, there's a good deal on eBay, which I doubt, because they start finding out those GameStop exclusives, and they boost the price up over $400. You know, it's Square Enix does the same thing, because if you saw that Final Fantasy collector's edition that was only with them, that boy is going for $450 to $600 on eBay right now. I'm not messing with it. But anyways, here's another stuff they have. The keychain. I went ahead and opened it up that way a little bit more easier for me to get to. And that's what the keychains look like. A little rubber version of 8-bits of the characters. One of my if I can actually show you better and give you an example. You can tell it's rubber. So, not bad though, you know, especially for a collector's edition. You got the figurines, and then you got the keychains. It came with a little book, which tells a world full of demons, and if you're a person who enjoys reading, I guess, there's a lot of books I've got that I've not read into. I say it's mostly story, you know, ain't no picture book. If like you think there's a few pictures in there. So if you're like Floyd Mayweather, you mostly want your pictures instead of words. But other than that, you know, if you're a big reader, hey. But I prefer, you know, other means compared to sitting there reading. I prefer watching maybe documentaries or anything that's put into words compared to reading books. And that's big issue, and the reason why is because technology. You can actually go online and hear somebody read it word per word instead of you reading it. Is this so much advanced, you know? People of my generation and below, we prefer that compared to reading a nice book. But not everybody, so don't think I'm saying everybody. You know, and occasionally there are some books I do read, you know, especially if it's got like some kind of good story plot to it, like, you know, the Resident Evil novels, the Doom novels. I read those. We got starter guide. It's basically a bigger user manual. That's exactly what it is. A bigger user manual. It's got some nice pictures in it, at least, you know, but it is exactly what a user manual is. So if you notice in these PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, the later PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 cases, they don't have these user manuals or guides in which, you know, had the thick booklets. Now you're lucky to even get a actual, well, I can show you. you'll be lucky to even get this. A picture of something prior. They don't have those like they used to. Usually it just be empty over here. So here's the actual game. On the front it tells you collector's edition, let you know. So that's unique, let people know, increase the worth compared to the standard. And always I enjoy my steel books. Here's my steel case. Little graphic on the front. And something that's unique is trading cards. I'm not opening it because it's not open, so don't expect me to. If it's sealed or nice, I'll leave it like that. Got a special selection CD, basically soundtrack. So this was a nice. This was worth the $149.99 price. If Amazon, excuse me, my voice got a little bit louder, but if Amazon did like they were supposed to, I could have got this for the 20% off, $129, probably around that price. It would help me. It would save me at least maybe $60, compared to GameStop, who overpriced and saying getting it before, or excuse me, on the release date, you gotta pay more. Compared to getting it a week later from release date, which is a huge pet peeve. That's why I try my best to boycott GameStop. Some of their exclusives, you do want to jump on. I said I wasn't going to do no more GameStop, but fortunately they got the exclusive for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the PlayStation 4, and I'm going to have to jump on it. I'm debating if I want to open it or not. I do have the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the PS3 unopened. Now that's worth money, so I'm really debating what I'm gonna do with it. Maybe I'll keep it wrapped and just also buy the digital, after it drops, because digital games do go cheap. After a while, the digital prices go down on the game deals. So this is a pretty long video right here. Usually I go through these pretty fast, but I had quite some stuff to say. Ain't that right? This was a pain in the butt to get, and I really hate Amazon for their methods. And saying when they finally put it up, they put it up when their 20% discount is off already, done with. And something they also do is, like with these rare collector's editions and NIS games, after a certain time frame, they boost the prices even higher. So I think that's the reason why they waited. In a short time frame, you're going to see that $149.99 boost up to at least $250. Because that's how they do. That's how they have with the prior Tales of as well, if they have so many in stock. Go ahead, if you feel like, leave me a like and comment, but please hit that subscribe button. And enjoy.